Good morning, students. Today we will start the unit 2. That one is current electricity. Electric current, that one is represented by I, which is the rate of flow of the charge. You can say quantity of charge flowing per second in a conductor is known as electric current. Its SI unit is ampere. Define 1 ampere if charge flowing through a conductor at the rate of 1 coulomb per second. You can say current in the conductor is said to be 1 ampere if charge of 1 coulomb flowing through a conductor in 1 second. Yeah, rate of flow of the charge is 1 coulomb per second. Then current is said to be 1 ampere. Basically, charge carriers in a conductor, different charge carriers are there. In case of solid conductor, valence electrons are the charge carriers. In case of liquid conductor, ions, that is cation and anion, or you can say positively and negatively charged carriers. Yeah, the positively and negatively charged ions are current carriers or charge carrier. And last one is the gaseous conductor. You can say cation, that one is positively charged ion, and valence electron. These are the charge carrier. The new concept in this one, that one is suppose this one is a solid conductor whose area of cross section A, length is L, small n is the number density of the charge carrier, means valence electron, roughly 10 की power 29 per meter cube. Such a large number of charge carriers are present inside the solid conductor. The valence electron inside the conductor, they are in a random motion, not in the position of, not in a state of rest. They are in random motion, and not a single electron come out from this. That's why we can say their average velocity will be 0. What will happen if we apply the potential difference across the ends of the conductor? All the electron, they must drift it towards the or move towards the positive potential end of the conductor. So here the point is, that one is drift velocity. The average velocity with which electron inside the conductor drifted towards the positive potential end of the conductor. That is called drift velocity. What will be its derivation? So you know well, when potential difference is applied, means extra electric field developed inside the conductor, as a result of which each electron exert a force towards the positive potential end. On account of force, electron will execute accelerated motion. So velocity will be equal to u1 plus at1. u1 is thermal velocity and v1 is the velocity when electric field is applied. In time t1 it will accelerate, then it will collide. After that its velocity becomes v2, that becomes u2 plus at2, and so on. Finally un is, that is vn is un plus atn. What will be the average velocity? Average velocity Vd, that is drift velocity, V1 plus V2 and Vn by n. U1 plus U2 plus Un by n, that becomes 0. That becomes 0 क्योंकि this one is the average velocity, average thermal velocity, plus A T1 plus T2 and so on plus Tn by n. This is called average relaxation time. What do you mean by average relaxation time? It is the average time between the consecutive collision. Between the consecutive collision. तो बेटा एक्सेलरेशन अपन कैसे निकालें? फोर्स इज एम में, फोर्स ड्यू टू एक्सटर्नल इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इज क्यू इंटू ई. सो ए बिकम्स ई कैपिटल ई बाई एम. वी डी इज इक्वल टू ई कैपिटल ई बाई एम इंटू टो. दिस इज द expression for the drift velocity, which clearly depend upon E, reason being small e is constant and m, that is also constant for the, that is the mass of the electron. Now we will discuss the relation between current and drift velocity. Current and drift velocity. Same consideration, a conductor of area cross section A, length L and number density small n. You know very well I is equal to Q by T. What about the total charge? Total number of electron into charge on electron. Total number of electron becomes ALN. Volume into number density, total number of electron into charge on electron, total charge upon time. But L by T, that is net displacement by time, that is called average velocity, and average velocity inside the conductor of the electron is known as drift velocity. So you can say ANEVD. So current is equal to ANEVD. This is the relation between current and drift velocity. Current and a drift velocity. Now we have to find, we have to derive Ohm's law. Ohm's law using concept of drift velocity. Similarly we will consider, we know that this one is the conductor and this one is the drift velocity. हमें डिराइव नहीं करना, ये हमें पता होना चाहिए व्हेन वी डील्स विद द ओम्स लॉ यूजिंग ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी. एंड दिस वन इज द रिलेशन बिटवीन करंट एंड ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी. पुट द वैल्यू ऑफ वी डी इन दिस इक्वेशन, वी गेट आई इज इक्वल टू ए एन ई इंटू स्मॉल ई कैपिटल ई बाई एम इंटू टो. दैट बिकम्स ए एन ई स्क्वायर by m into tau, replace E by V by L, reason being E equal to minus dV by dr. That is the concept of unit number first, relation between potential and electric field intensity. In this equation V को आप एक तरफ रखें, बाकी टर्म्स राइट साइड आएंगी. ए एन ई स्क्वायर टो इंटू आई. और बेटा क्लास 10th में आपने किया है, व्हाट इज दिस ब्रैकेट रिप्रेजेंट? दैट इज रेजिस्टेंस. इट मीन्स व्हाट इज आर? इन दिस डेरिवेशन आर इज इक्वल टू एम एल बाई ए एन ई स्क्वायर टो. क्लियरली R depend upon length, depend upon area of cross section. Directly proportional to length, inversely proportional to area of cross section. ये जो टर्म आपके पास है इसको अपन बोलेंगे बेटा रेजिस्टिविटी. दैट इज कॉल्ड स्पेसिफिक रेजिस्टेंस. रो इज कॉल्ड रेजिस्टिविटी और specific resistance or rho L by A. Rho is called resistivity or specific resistance. So what do you mean by resistance? It is the opposition offered by the conductor to the flow of electric current, या opposition caused by conductor to the flow of electric current. Resistivity is equal to resistance when L equal to 1 and A equal to 1. You can say resistance offered by the conductor per unit length per unit area of cross section, or you can say it is the resistance offered by the conductor per unit volume of the given conductor. That is called resistivity. Unit of resistivity becomes ohm meter. If we draw the graph for the Ohm's law, clearly V and I are proportional, so this one is the graph, straight line. VI graph is straight line. Suppose these two conductors are there, A and B. No doubt both are obey Ohm's law. Which one have more resistance? You can easily calculate slope of this graph. Slope, that is I by V. Using Ohm's law, I by V represent R. So slope inversely proportional to resistance, vice versa. Resistance inversely proportional to slope. It means resistance of A less than resistance of B. आपने वी आई एंड स्ट्रेट लाइन नहीं देखना है. जैसे हम बात करें, सपोज ग्राफ आपके पास ये हैं, इन विच along x axis I, along y axis V, and again two conductor A and B obey Ohm's law, reason being VI graph straight line, but which one have more resistance? In this case slope क्या आएगा बेटा? That is V by I. Ohm's law से हम क्या लिखेंगे? R. Here resistance of A greater than resistance of B. आपने सिर्फ ये नहीं देखना है, आपने ये देखना है कि आपकी जो फिजिकल क्वांटिटी है वो किसके अलोंग कौन सा रखा हुआ है. तो यदि ये है तो रेसिप्रोकल. ये तो आई थिंक क्लास 11th में हम कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ स्लोप एंड एरिया अंडर कर्व कर चुके हैं. सो दिस वन इज अबाउट द रेजिस्टेंस, ओम्स लॉ एंड ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी. ये आपके पास 3 टॉपिक हैं. नेक्स्ट हम इसके अंदर आएंगे नाउ इफेक्ट ऑफ टेम्परेचर ऑन रेजिस्टेंस और रेजिस्टिविटी. You know the relation R equal to ml ANE square tau or R equal to rho L by A. If temperature increases, thermal velocity of the electron inside conductor increases, as a result of which average relaxation time will decrease. It means resistance increase. बेटा टेम्परेचर बढ़ेगा, इलेक्ट्रॉन फास्टली मूव करेंगे, जल्दी जल्दी कोलाइड करेंगे, रिलैक्सेशन टाइम घट जाएगा, रेजिस्टेंस एज वेल एज रेजिस्टिविटी बढ़ जाएगा. और यदि हम इसका ग्राफ ड्रॉ करें, दैट वन इज टेम्परेचर एंड रेजिस्टिविटी और रेजिस्टेंस, दिस विल बी लाइक दिस. मीन्स at 0 degree Celsius some resistance, temperature increases, what happen? Resistance और resistivity increases. तो यहाँ एक पॉइंट और भी है आपके पास कि जो रो है that is NE square tau independent upon the dimension. Means ये कंडक्टर की डायमेंशन पे डिपेंड नहीं करता, केवल टेम्परेचर पे डिपेंड करता है. जो रेजिस्टेंस है वो टेम्परेचर पे भी डिपेंड करता है, एज वेल एज डिपेंड अपॉन द डायमेंशंस, एज वेल एज डिपेंड अपॉन द डायमेंशंस। इसमें हम देख सकते हैं कि R इक्वल टू रो L बाई ए। सपोज ए कंडक्टर हैविंग एरिया क्रॉस सेक्शन ए लेंथ L, अनदर कंडक्टर हैविंग द सेम एरिया but length is double that of the previous one. If its resistance R, what will be the resistance of the second conductor? तो बेटा R को हम फर्स्ट वाले में लिखेंगे रो L बाई ए, और R डैश को हम लिखेंगे रो L की बजाय 2L बाई ए, दैट इज ट्वाइस ऑफ R। यानी कि यदि हम लेंथ डबल करते हैं तो आपके पास रेजिस्टेंस डबल हो जाएगा। वाइसे वर्सा, लेंथ सेम करते हैं, एरिया डबल करते हैं तो रेजिस्टेंस हाफ हो जाएगा। इसमें जो इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट है दैट वन इज स्ट्रेचिंग, मीन्स सपोज हमारे पास ये कंडक्टर है, अपन ने इसको स्ट्रेच किया टू मेक इट्स लेंथ डबल। तो जब आप स्ट्रेच करेंगे तो आई थिंक एरिया ऑफ क्रॉस सेक्शन कम हो जाएगा। तो मान लीजिए न्यू एरिया ए डैश है बट वॉल्यूम वही रहेगा, तो यहाँ वॉल्यूम था ए एल, यहाँ वॉल्यूम हो जाएगा ए डैश 2L, यानी कि एरिया बिकम्स हाफ। इनिशियल यदि ए रेजिस्टेंस रो L बाई ए है तो न्यू रेजिस्टेंस बनेगा बेटा R डैश, दैट इज रो L बिकम्स 2L, A बिकम्स A डैश, A बाई 2, दैट इज 2 स्क्वायर R, दैट इज 4 टाइम्स। प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन में इसमें डिफरेंस है, उसमें आपने लेंथ डबल लिया था, एरिया सेम था। यहाँ पे आपने स्ट्रेच किया है टू मेक इट्स लेंथ डबल्ड, नेचुरली एरिया क्रॉस सेक्शन विल डिक्रीज। और जर्नल फार्मूला यहाँ लें, यदि हम n टाइम्स करते हैं दैट बिकम्स n स्क्वायर टाइम्स, यानी कि हम लेंथ ट्रिपल करते हैं तो 9 टाइम्स हो जाएगा, 4 टाइम्स करते हैं तो 16 टाइम्स हो जाएगा। तो ये भी आपके पास इम्पोर्टेंट है। नेक्स्ट आपके पास आ जाएगा टर्म्स रेसिप्रोकल ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस एंड रेजिस्टिविटी। वन इज कॉल्ड कंडक्टेंस, वन इज कॉल्ड conductivity. So first of all, conductance, that is represented by G, reciprocal of resistance. Second is conductivity, which is represented by sigma, reciprocal of resistivity. अभी आपने किया था इफेक्ट ऑफ टेम्परेचर, उसमें मैंने एक पॉइंट आपके लिए छोड़ा है, उसको एक बार कंप्लीट कर लेते हैं कि दिस वन इज द इफेक्ट आर टी इक्वल टू आर नोट 1 प्लस अल्फा टी। व्हाट इज आर टी? एट टेम्परेचर टी रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ द कंडक्टर, आर नोट एट 0 डिग्री सेल्सियस, अल्फा temperature coefficient of resistance, temperature coefficient of resistance, T rise in temperature. Define alpha, derive from this alpha value, RT equal to R naught plus में R naught alpha T, alpha equal to RT minus R naught upon R naught into T. Define alpha, increase in resistance per unit original resistance per degree rise in temperature, in degree or in Kelvin. Increase in resistance per unit original resistance per degree rise in temperature, that is temperature coefficient of resistance. यहाँ आपसे क्लियर दिखाई दे रहा है, दिस वैल्यू ग्रेटर देन 1 मीन्स विद टेम्परेचर रेजिस्टेंस इंक्रीज। दिस इज इन केस ऑफ द सॉलिड कंडक्टर। इफ़ वी डील्स विद द सेमी कंडक्टर फॉर, जो कि क्लास आपकी यूनिट 9th है, वेयर अल्फा वैल्यू इज नेगेटिव। अल्फा वैल्यू नेगेटिव मीन्स with temperature resistance decreases. So on the basis of current we can categorize the material into 3 categories. One is the conductor, insulator and semiconductor. Conductors are those one which allow current pass through them. Insulators are those which do not allow current pass through them. These are the semiconductor at room temperature behaves like insulator. As temperature increases they becomes conductor, which is feasible या possible only when temperature increase means resistance decrease. And in detail we will discuss in class unit 9th, that is semiconductor. हम कंडक्टिविटी के बेस पे भी डिफाइन कर सकते हैं कि कंडक्टर्स हुज कंडक्टिविटी इज वेरी लो और स्पेसिफिक वैल्यू, ठीक है। इंसुलेटर कंडक्टिविटी इज 0। सेमीकंडक्टर कंडक्टिविटी लाइंग बिटवीन कंडक्टर एंड इंसुलेटर, कंडक्टर एंड इंसुलेटर। अब आपके पास आता है, that one is series and parallel combination of resistances. First one is series combination of resistances. Number of resistors are said to be connected in series if same path to the flow of current. Before that, one thing more, current is a scalar quantity. Current is a scalar quantity. It has magnitude as well as direction. Still it is not a vector. Why it is so? Reason being it doesn't obey vector addition laws. For example, this one is current I, this one is I1, this one is I2. Here I becomes I1 plus I2. Instead of this, if this is I, this one is I1, this one is I2, again the result is same. Means it doesn't obey vector addition laws. That's why it is a scalar. Series combination of resistance, students, in which number of resistors are said to be connected in series if same current flowing across each resistor or there is a single path to the flow of electric current. So different potential difference will be there, V1, V2, V3. What is V? V1 plus V2 plus V3 using Ohm's law, IR1, IR2, IR3. If we replace these one with a single resistance Rs, that is IRS, I get cancelled. So what will be the resistance? R1 plus R2 plus R3. ये CBSE बोर्ड पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से दोनों टॉपिक काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है, सीरीज एंड पैरेलल कॉम्बिनेशन. सेकेंड वन इज पैरेलल combination of resistances. Resistors are said to be connected in parallel if same potential difference across each one. Suppose these three resistors R1, R2, R3, they are connected like this. This is called parallel combination. Across the each resistance same potential difference is there. So naturally current will be different. Suppose I1, I2, I3, total current I अपन लिख सकते हैं I1 plus I2 plus I3 using Ohm's law, V by R1, V by R2, V by R3. Here we replace the 3 resistance with resistance Rp. P as generalization for series and parallel. We get cancelled. That is 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. बेटा ये आपने क्लास 10th में भी किए हुए हैं. Now we discuss with explain this on the basis of some examples. A very simple example, that one is there is a resistance of 20 ohm, another resistance 20 ohm. How they are connected across A and B? In parallel. What will be the effective resistance? 1 by R, 1 by 20, 1 by 20, LCM 20, 2 by 20, 10, take reciprocal, that is 10 ohm. Similarly, there is a triangle like this, each side having resistance 10 ohm. What is the effective resistance across A and B? तो बेटा एक तो रेजिस्टेंस ये हैं, ये जो दो रेजिस्टेंस हैं दे आर इन सीरीज. इन सीरीज सिंपली ऐड, तो नीचे वाला 10 एज इट इज, ऊपर वाला दोनों ऐड हो गया 20 ओम. अब आप पैरेलल में हैं ये, तो 1 बाई आर इक्वल टू 1 बाई 10 प्लस 1 बाई 20, एलसीएम 20 एंड आर बिकम्स 20 बाई 3 ओम. इसको दूसरे तरीके से क्या पूछेगा? ए यूनिफॉर्म वायर ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस 30 ohm bent to form a circle. Find the effective resistance across the 2 points on its diameter. Suppose point A and B. Beta total resistance of the wire is 30 ohm. Diametrically opposite point, cut this या divide this into 2 equal part. So this part must have the resistance 15 ohm. This also have the resistance 15 ohm. Or simply I think both are connected in a parallel. So resistance becomes 15 by 2 ohm. Last example इसमें करते हैं. Let a wire of resistance 20 ohm bend to form a circle. There are 2 points on its circumference A and B such that radius makes angle 90 degree. What will be the effective resistance across A and B? Beta total resistance 20 ohm. This portion is the 1/4 of the circle. So this wire must have the resistance 1/4, that is 5 ohm. Remaining this one, that is 15 ohm. Both are connected in parallel. So you can say 1 by R, 1 by 15, 1 by 5, LCM 15, 1 plus 3, 4 by 15, R becomes 15 by 4 ohm. ये आपके पास आ जाएगा. तो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, ये हमारा फर्स्ट टॉपिक था यूनिट 2 का, जिसमें आपने किया फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल करंट, सेकेंड वन ओम्स लॉ, एंड बिफोर दैट ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी. ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी you have to derive Ohm's law. Resistance and resistivity, that is specific resistance, series and parallel combination. तो आपको ईमानदारी से इनका डेफिनेशन भी लर्न करना है, डेरिवेशन निकालना है, उसके साथ साथ आपने न्यूमेरिकल्स का साथ साथ प्रैक्टिस करना है. ठीक है, थैंक यू.